Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, Gaming Toucan here. Welcome to episode... which one is it actually? 25. Wow, that's fast. Welcome to episode 25 of Europa Universalis series with Florence, with the aim of completing Mare Nostrum achievement. We're playing Italy because we united Italy already. Now, in the last episode we finished a magnificent war with Spain and the Ottomans, who were the major challenge. We have won this war incredibly convincingly, I think. The Ottomans have lost their capital and Aegean. I think that actually sums up how convincing our victory was. Now, with that being said, there are a few things that are a problem right now, the main being, of course, war exhaustion, which will start to go down in a moment because we're at peace. Overextension, which is 131%. Again, we've gone a little over the limit, but not as bad as last time, and soon it should go down. So we can expect a coalition war, and should that happen, we'll be ready. Let's say we will be ready, though. This is a problem, and I think it's high time we lost our alliance with the French. Even if we have the trust, it still might mean just that. Let's just increase trust with some other people all around, just so that they remember that we in fact are the guys they should value. Need to select a new advisor, and budget being what it is, we could go for something nice like +3. And yeah, let's actually do it. Let's get it over with. So, the Portuguese still have Lisbona in their control, but time will change that, of course. The last war we managed to... yeah, well, I explained that already. Let's see what happens. Oh yeah, the French has finally broke the alliance with us and announced us as a rival. You know what that means. I think it's high time to start working on a spy network in France. Well, Mr. Stewart, I think you'll rue the day when you decided to challenge our Italian superior army. Interesting. Cliché. Good to know. The first circumnavigation. Tongue twister. Circumnavigation. At 1611, a little later than our time, but perhaps we were a little more... no, we weren't more busy with wars than Europeans at that time. No, sir. Congratulations to the British, I suppose. 100 prestige, 40 navy tradition, all well earned. This is not an easy thing to do. Now, on the bright side, it means that we have a free alliance slot. And there are some people willing to ally with us. Cyprus being ahead of them. Trebizond, Mali. Anyone else? Malacca. Of all the people, why you? Why on earth would you have a friendly attitude towards me? Even they have an aggressive expansion contact with us. Wow. That would be an interesting path to expand, but first we'll have to deal with Adal and build ourselves a passage towards Indian Ocean. So yeah, another thing to point out is that we have low absolutism, and we really need to start working on that. Absolutism is crucial if we want to finish this campaign successfully. So let's get it rolling. Let's get rolling and start getting separatists. Separatists, well, it might be a risk. We'll perhaps harshly treat them. Yeah, go down. Your autonomy is not welcome. We'll deal with the rebels if necessary, but we want that sweet, sweet absolutism. Doesn't matter what it is right now, everywhere is good for us to remove absolutism. And how much did it give us? Not much, only 9. But it's still better than nothing, and administrative efficiency is crucial. We need to get more. It would be nice to get a little more maximum absolutism, but frankly I'm staying Republican. I enjoy it too much to budge. And let's just leave it at that. Perhaps the sailors could have a night out in Genoa. Would be fun. So I predict, yes, a big hit in trade income in particular. Won't be for long, actually. Harsh treatment of Egyptians. Is any of these provinces actually our core? I think we removed apps. Yeah, none of this is. Central Egypt. Cairo is nice to take, and I think it would be valuable to do so. Also, accepting Egyptian culture could be useful, but I think it's better to spend this on strengthening the government, using the fact that we have our golden era enacted to get some absolutism. Right, good. 13, please move up. Please. Absolutism is essential. This should last for several years. Humiliated Spain took land from the Ottomans. Well, not that long. We'll need to get back on track and do a little bit of warfare ourselves soon enough. And yeah, the French will become our biggest. They are guaranteeing now their independence. This is really amusing. So yeah, I believe this episode will be about strengthening the power of our republic government and dealing with all the mean rebels which are going to spawn everywhere around. Unless we get a coalition explosion in our face. We've done what we can to make that impossible, though. You really are angering me, my dear friend, Tunisians. 700 in debt still wants to fight. How about you, Adal? You have some African allies which don't matter at all. You could become a good puppet, just to eat you raw. Absorb everything you have right into this trade node of Gulf of Aden. Makes sense. Go on Yemeni side. Move, please. So perhaps a war with Adal is a welcome thing to do. Expansion towards Indian Ocean is on our priority list, after all. So more manpower reserves. And yeah, let's get back to investing our dear gold. There we go. This is good enough, and yes, Seville. Would be nice to improve Sevilla, but right now we don't control that trade node convincingly enough, so we are going to invest in Syracuse. It's the same amount of money and it will strengthen Genoese trade node and no one else. Oh well, minor inconvenience. Oops. Wow. Yes, hello. Hello, die. We don't mind that in the slightest. They will all die. We can deal with that. Good, parts of our country. Let's make them state. One of the two. Edian will be given to nobility. No, not the nobility. I suppose the burghers want Constantinople. They will get it. It's a great trade node, so they will get it. And in the meanwhile, let's reduce autonomy, right? Because that's what you do on newly conquered lands. You brutally... Yeah, rebels finally spawning. It's a good time that... it's a good thing that our dear friends, coalition state, did not decide... Yeah, we'll go there. Did not decide to actually assault us now that we don't have French support. Let's be British. How about we're no longer our rivals? You don't like me, that's true. Oh, you'd consider me a rival. Pity. Would have done so many wonderful things together, like beat the French. And yeah, I was expecting that to happen. Let's see. Well, ladies and gentlemen, when you want to aspire for greatness, you have to consider the fact that some people will try and make you lose. Regardless, we will not be sidetracked, we will win this. And might I add, we will win this strong. So let's get going, good times are over, time to move into war mode. Yes, war yet again. This time Milan is involved and Savoy, good, we'll take lands from them once we finish this conflict. Perhaps Krain will be taken, we'll see. We still have a way to go towards Vienna. And just as we have expected, a new coalition fires into place. Get that inflation down, looking good. Forts are armed, troops are many. And yes, of course, you'd love to go to Milan, wouldn't you, right? Of course you would. Now, to deal with any problems like here, we'll move straight to the Gulf of Almeria, siege it up, camp there, excuse me, and just have our internal sea for ourselves. You really don't have to fight anymore. This is our sea, and you can do whatever the hell you want in Mare Nostrum. We'll certainly take it. The moment we can call Constantinople. Oh, support is nice, but it costs tradition. Oh well, let's get it over with. So, not a boring day in our campaign, ladies and gentlemen. After having one huge war, we're going for another huge war. And let me tell you, this huge war will be won just as we have won the previous huge war. The same methods, same applications, same tools for success. Namely, a lot of clever, steady defensive strategy, keeping enemies on our alpine forts, making them bleed for every penny they waste. This army is dead already, some progress. And Balkans will be a battlefield yet again. Bloody one at that. I think this will be the major battlefield of this conflict. Swedes are Muscovites. They are so useful as allies. I mean, I can't state it enough. The Muscovites are going to work wonders. Let's just deal with Slavonians. We could get, let's get Berger loyalty and now get the money out of them. Cheaper that way. I think, though, we did sacrifice admin, and we need admin. Like, a lot. So move here, get it over with, deal with Milanese. Move, oh. Did they seriously just do that in Tripoli? And Tyrol? They just used cannon fire. Well, suffer some attrition first, please. This is what you deserve, after all. So yeah, we are organizing our army. We have, oh god, rebel, 2 rebels. Spanish separatists. Already. Well, that will take a while. So, yeah, this not the easiest moment, I suppose. 14,000, you could actually get back there. Deal with it. Yeah, deal with those separatists, then you can move. I will actually use Navy to move you faster from Egypt to somewhere more useful. Now, this is a capital fort? Would appear it is. No problem, we'll just add a few artillery cannons as usual. And some mercs. Kulor will fall rather fast. And yeah, coalition war, no problem. This is nice. Recover army morale speed is useful. Frankfurt troops could be devastated, which will be nice. We don't want to get any close to that. It could be really valuable to take Oh my. Already 14%. Well, they seem to be doing a serious amount of heavy lifting. Let's march here, kill the Saxons. How were they able to pass through Waldstadt if it's a fort? They just move right through my secured province into Italy. And now I will lose 1,000 men because of that. I mean, you will not convince me that this is how the game should work. This is a bug, and the enemy should not be able to move here. Good, so another several thousand dead. Let's deal with the Smednevo siege. Deal with them, please. Finally, execute it with impunity. Okay, so please move towards Novara. You move to Cremona. And god damn it, we have a leak right here. The enemy is moving like it's his own land, despite the fact that we have a fort here. Do we want... Oh, we are already moving, so yeah. Casualties included. Unfortunate, necessary, and avoidable. Oh well, live and learn. Smednevo is done with. Let's get back to Balkans. Istria is taken. This will be a much more difficult coalition war without the French, who would absorb majority of the enemy's attack force. Yeah, deal with the rebels. You can actually go here. We will move to the port, and then we'll sail you to Italy, I suppose, where you can be more helpful. And particularists. Now, do you want particularists to win? We could accept the demands. It should decrease our absolutism, but particularists increase autonomy, which would allow us to lower the autonomy in turn in every single province. But we're not going to do that just now because we are at war, and that means we can't really lower the autonomy. And the Dutch are the heart of the coalition this time. Serpents, we'll keep that in mind. So yeah, cheap battles with the Hungarians. Just casual, 2,000 here, 2,000 there. Wait, let's move on. I think we'll have to retreat eventually from the Balkans. They are unviable to keep up, and you please remove this. You don't need to force march anywhere. Okay, they are leaving Tyrol. Let's move to Canton. This can't fall. This is too important. The enemy will move beyond the battle lines that we feel confident, safe with. So this needs to be taken. Good. A battle in Varast is not in our interest, so we'll do a jump like that. We need to get to Canton ASAP. This is the one place we want to maintain and protect. If we can bleed our enemies by the tens of thousands in our forts, then we'll be just fine. Are you ready to set sail on an adventure? Not yet. You need to be sunk. I suppose half of you is enough to hunt enemy fleets in the Mediterranean. The rest of you will stay and help us control Mediterranean. And yeah, major battle in Canton coming. I think we should win it. Despite enemies' huge numbers, we start up rather even, and that means the enemy will fall. Our discipline already makes it rather obvious who's going to win this fight. We have enough troops. We have enough troops. Oh god damn it, we have artillery in first line. This means we should reform our ranks just a tiny bit, get more mercenaries. We can't allow our artillery to die in the front line, right? They are too important in the backline. And they don't do good damage, actually. Okay. 1,000 to 1,000. Even fight, despite the fact the enemy has doubled the numbers. And now they have quadrupled the numbers, but lo and behold, 23rd of March reinforcements have arrived and the enemy is taking massive shock damage. This is beautiful. Expensive on artillery side, which will haunt our income, but beautiful nonetheless. Now, with that being said, let's get back here. This settles it. We need Piedmont in this war, and Cuneo most likely to be ours. We don't like these provinces being so open for enemy maneuvering. Right, good. So you have arrived, excellent. Let's see, where do we need to send you? Let's start with Granada, and we'll see from there on. Could use some heavy ships, actually. I don't want enemy to barge in into Mediterranean, as if he owns the place, right? We can't allow that to happen. So we won't allow that to happen. Okay, good. Nicely done. The Polish are in Constantinople. Damn them. Damn the Polish. We'll deal with them in due time. You, meanwhile, move to Istria. It's actually enough for Trade, obviously, Gorzi's. Let's kill additional 8,000 troops who are trying to do something which they shouldn't, which is take Dalmatia. Just trap them. About now. Time to die. And I see the French are supporting our enemies economically. They can very well support them economically. They will not like it when I get to them. So this is another 8,000 casualties on enemy side, though we did lose 1,000. Let's work on this engagement. Just wait for Hungarians to get trapped. Excellent. Hungarians trapped will clean this area and then see where we move from there. So a clean start, and the Hungarians no longer a factor already. Let's get to Parma, let's get Savoy out of this fight, let's get these forts under our control. This is a horrible leak. And the part in which we'll have to keep most of our forces probably is going to be western side of Italy. I can't help but get frustrated by the fact that our enemies can access us so easily. So, well, sometimes it does happen when you try to go for something ambitious. Traitors, actually not traitors in this case, but those pesky little rodents find a way. Good, so troops in Parma dealt with. I suppose we'll get these guys dead as well. Are they locked? They aren't locked yet, but they are locked now, so 12,000 Palatinese troops will suffer heavy casualties from our elite regiments, and we have a little too many cannons, actually, which does sound quite ludicrous, but it's a little too much compared to what we can offer infantry and cavalry wise. So 3 more cavalry units and a few more Mauritian infantry. Good rebels will be dealt with, and well, the Polish are a problem. The last time we fought Polish, they proved themselves to be magnificently capable warriors. French are so nice. They will deal with our problems despite the fact that we are enemies right now. Oh, thank you, separatists. I'm glad you decided to help us just a tiny little bit and deal with the Polish. Another stack wipe on the Palatinese troops. Good. This leak is continuing. Let's just get into those goddamn mountains and stop it. The French will probably give access through Cuneo, through this Savoyard part, Dragonard. The pronunciation butchery continues. And yeah, let's keep on exterminating little bits of enemy forces. And my god, our war score is high. From superiority, of course. It's enough that we just keep winning those battles, and the war will be over in no time. After we're done with coalition Casus Belli, we'll just make the enemy regret he was ever born. At least those who are not in coalition. You could use some troops. You could use some troop movement in towards Iberia, but we'll see if it actually works. Oh well, this is a casualty of the war, I suppose. 1,000 men, so that we can kill 5,000. Though I'm not sure whether this was necessary at all. We still get war exhaustion. So another 5,000 Hungarians dead for no real reason. Thank you, game. Let's kill the Savoyards. Let's siege up this damn Cuneo at last and deal with it. Savoy will no longer be the bleeding area where we have enemies moving left and right and center however the hell they want. Oh, hello, Ottomans. We have the peace deal, right? So the Polish have lost the fight against the Ottoman separatists. And that means that we have to get our navy to Aegean to deal with the separatists now. I think this army will be just a transport army to deal with all the rebels left and right and center. Oh, this is tempting to go after, but no, we need to show restraint right now. And perhaps a commander. Oh, this man is horrible as a military commander. This one is not much better. This one is good at firing. 6 and 9. 6, 7, 8. So this one is actually better. And I think at this point having a firing commander can be valuable. Oh god, this leak is horrible. Getting this down will be amusing. Okay, looking nice. Recruiting good. Already that much. Let's get rid of it. Let's finally be able to fight like a man and reduce that exhaustion. Unrest. It is quite hectic. The enemy does try his hardest to stop us from completing our objective. And the fact that the enemy is just fucking waltzed through our fort in Waldstadt doesn't help it in the slightest, right? This is a goddamn bug, I think, and it really makes it rather annoying to play, where you invest so much in a heavy fortified area and the enemy just walks through it. And the Polish are here. Let's retreat, I suppose. Yeah, let's get to the battle with the Austrians. We'll deal with them and Polish separately. Fighting those people together is a pain in the ass. It still is a pain in the ass, no matter what. Okay, Hamburg controlling this battlefield. Good, kill them all. If you kill them all, they no longer become the problem, because you just exterminated them. Another 23,000 Polish looking for an opportunity to die. Oh well. I think we can provide just that. Can we now? Good, deal with Milan. Unfortunately, we won't be able to deal with this. Thanks for that, Bohemia. And dealing with separatists is cool and cheap. And why did we lose that 1,000 troops? The Polish have decided to waltz right through another fortified area and straight into our heartland. Well, we have a unit of cavalry. We'll know more. Thank you. Not really the funniest way to play, where the enemy can just ignore your forts. And that makes the whole fort thing irrelevant, I say. And good, at least the Dalmatian battle is won. I'd love to go on the offensive, but I can't really afford it right now, numbers-wise. Let's just march. We get the reinforcements, and Bohemians don't even have a command. Oh, they do. Well, their commander will not last, I suppose. Just march, boys. So, yeah, this is a major battlefield, absorbs a lot of attention. And this is free. Let's take it. Bye-bye. 2,000 dead. More bleeding through forts which they shouldn't be able to pass. But who am I to judge? I just don't have the idea after 1,000 hours how forts work in this game, apparently. And yes, I can hear a level of frustration in my voice, which might be quite amusing to you, dear viewers. It's just the fact that unpredictability is hellishly annoying in Europa Universalis, as it makes the best laid plans chaotic and not effective. I really need to go home at war. None of you do anymore. Get them, kill them. Get the cavalry. Well, we are bleeding our manpower, and this will eventually make us win. Excellent. Constantinople is now in the hands of the burghers. You're welcome, burghers. You should be loyal and satisfied. Good. So we dealt with one problem. Support the clergy to get some admin. We really need that admin. Now this battle with the Polish will be difficult. They have mainly cavalry, which gives us hope. Well, what am I saying? The Polish cavalry is ridiculous at this age. They have offensive ideas, and yeah, they have plus 33% combat ability from cavalry, and they have Cossacks. If they are loyal, so they have additional 10% cavalry combat ability. Their shock damage will be ridiculous, and I'm not sure if we can actually win this. It would be nice to stop enemy from taking Crimea. I mean, damn it, the Polish can fight. They deal more casualties than we do. Just looking grim. This army is getting wasted, and enemy is just, oh god, the enemy is just walking through the mountains, just like that. Well, it's all about timing, baby, and if we manage to get the timing right, I think we will be just dandy. We don't have time to reinforce those mercs, so we'll just consolidate them and buy new ones. It's 13 days, that's still a lot. Let's just kill these people who go into Balkans. Oh, I can't go on the offensive, the enemy has too many troops. They lost 250,000 already, and we lost 1/3 of that, but still they can afford to lose troops faster than we do. So that's not too good. I hope they don't win this right now. It would suck. Good. So disease outbreak. Excellent, and let's reinforce this army and move in against the Polish. I hope they don't manage to squash us like bugs. Whoa. That's major attrition right there. I don't like such even battles in a situation where uneven battles are called for. I'll get after those Polish and deal with them. They are sending reinforcements, which is bad. Well, bless the Muscovites and Swedes for doing something at that front and taking away Dutch forces. Dutch can shoot guns, and I have a lot of respect for guns right now. Good, this is over. Taking this would be nice. Now, who am I kidding? It's not valuable. We need to get back to Italy. Balkans are irrelevant right now in comparison to Italy. We need to deal with that front as a priority. And yeah, well, shock damage is ridiculous. Boom, baby. Polish shock damage does really hurt, especially considering the flanking range. And yeah, we are dealing a lot of fire damage, but shock-wise, the enemy is beating us substantially, and they have reinforcements. Because the Russians were unable to... we need to get the hell out of there. We won't win with the Polish, and we are being butchered. Worst kind of an engagement. Get out to Constantinople. Oh, let's get to Teodoro. Get on a boat. And leave. Crimea has fallen. We will not be able to save it. It's the second time that Crimea has fallen in this campaign to the Polish. They do know how to work their little Polish magic. Shock-wise, at least. Now we need to find opportunities to strike targets that are separate from others. And I think walking here is the right target for that kind of an operation. I don't think we have time to take the fort, unfortunately, and points to speed it up. Austrian army moving towards the Balkans. Would be nice to go here and take something in the north, but we can't really deal with enemy sieges. Excuse me, we can't really perform an effective siege on our enemy. That is the greatest problem right now. Let's move and try to really brute force enemy out of Italy and just deal with Savoy. Good. First stage is accomplished. Why can't you move towards Novara? Just kill them already. Get here, stabilize, move to Piedmont, get those mountains on our side. It's a height. Oh, you know what? We are going to hit other front then. We have the hills advantage. We don't want to suffer any more than we have to. Beautiful beginning. That's just the kind of a fire phase which we like to see. Our artillery is paying dividend. Shock damage has been performed. Move to Parma. See if... oh god, this is an even battle. Let's get there. So yeah, oh, perhaps the Muscovites can... who am I kidding? The Muscovites can beat the Polish. Yeah, good job. We'll get back to Muscovites and the Polish. We'll see how they actually... how are they doing. Go to Novara, go to Cuneo. This is a priority right now. It's high time we focus our forces in one place and just get what we need. Piedmont is ours. We are taking those mountains for ourselves. It's about time. And I certainly won't forget the fact that the French are trying their best to support our enemy. All things considered, can't really storm it, else we'll suffer too much on that account. So this area is slowly stabilizing. Those rebels might actually be helpful for us. Yes, wow, the Muscovites have indeed won and lifted the siege of Crimea. Well, thank you, Muscovites. I must say this has been essential in stabilizing that eastern front. Now 11,000 manpower additionally lost. What are the conditions? Length of war. I think we need to start occupying some lands if we want to end this. And we can occupy these lands. How much more war score can we get? A lot from superiority in combat. Are we not controlling this? This, not with this fleet. Well, let's just get them. This coastline is so juicy. Wow. The Swedes are being kicked royally by Pomeranians. Okay. Let's hope that the Serbian separatists do their magic. Piedmont is ours. But the enemy will try to take Waldstadt if we can stop it. It would be nice. The Polish in particular are dangerous. And of course the enemy will just walk through a fort province like it's nothing. Let's just get this out of the way and the unnecessary artillery, so that we have just enough to defend this mountain, but a lot to reinforce it with. And I think the same should be done for Waldstadt, though it shouldn't be goddamn necessary because we have a fort there. The Polish apparently can fly like many others. And their budget is suffering, exhaustion as well. This coalition war is looking finer than the last one. More difficult, more challenging, more entertaining. The lack of French really does hurt us in the long run. And we'll make sure to remember about the fact that they have abandoned us in our time of need. This coastline is juicy. Lyon needs to be taken as well. And then we'll move straight into French heartland. No half measures anymore, let's say that. This is bad. I think that actually getting rid of this unit... Yeah, inevitable. The Balkans are slowly falling to enemy superior firepower, but they are a great bait. We'll get rid of this unit. We don't really want it there anymore. Our pivotal focus is Italy right now. Oh, the enemy is trying to relieve this siege. Let's send in the artillery and see what happens. Those are Polish, and it's mountains. So I suppose our example must be made. We expect casualties of this. Yep, the enemy is good even in fire phase and in shock phase. Well, it's quite even, but we have the numbers. Oh god. This is horrible. Corruption, maintenance modifier perfect, and for 10 years. Damn it, this will hurt us. Yep, this is painful. Painful indeed. Good that we didn't get any morale modifiers. That would be negative. That will hurt a lot. We don't have any objectives fulfilled. We don't have a chance to get absolutism. We won't be an emperor of China. We have to get this multicultural nation. We can't win regions war to get 5 universities. And this is available. Oh well. Good, the Polish are out. And yeah, well, let's get back to the mountains and defend them. Well, yeah, this is tougher than last war. I think, ladies and gentlemen, the difficulty is getting steeper and steeper. Every coalition fight we fight is difficult, and whoa, look at the time. I think we'll end here. This war thing is very time consuming. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your attention. I welcome you in the next episode. I think we'll continue this good fight, and despite the resistance from our enemies, we will succeed. If you enjoy the show, please like, comment, share, subscribe. All of this is incredibly valuable to me. I thank you for your time, and see you around next time. Gaming Toucan out. Bye bye.